Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
We're the RC Sailors and we're at the airfield today to test another drone. After like 1,000 drones, you would think that we would have tested them all, but that is not the case. And we actually have one that is worth showing. So be excited because this is a good sized drone that comes in at the price point of the little guys that we see. The little ducted fan, people call them mini whoop style. They're like the Fury B F-36, those guys that come in around $15. Well, this comes in under $20 and it's bigger. So that's cool because it gives you something under $20 you can fly in your front or backyard at an airfield like this, at the park, and you don't have to worry about anything as you learn to fly drones, get better at flying. If you crash and break it, it's less than $20. So this is awesome. It's made by a pretty good toy grade drone company, TheRcSaylors. It is called the TheRcSaylors H33. We'll have it linked in the description box below. I think this will probably sell out and haven't even flown it yet, just because it's a good brand, a good size, and an even better price. Let's take a closer look and see what comes in the box. TheRcSaylors is known for making decent toy grade drones and ground vehicles, and this should fall right into that category. Sometimes though, they have stuff that just doesn't work at all. So we're gonna test this drone in this video and let you guys know if it's worth your hard-earned money. We don't like to sugarcoat things, but I do like to say things with a smile on my face. So let's have some fun. Here's the drone. We have black and green props, and I love the design and how it looks. We have a nice little battery hatch on bottom with what I believe is a pretty universal battery. I love the connector. It's non-proprietary, 300 milliamp with a little bit of extra room in there. Thank you, TheRcSaylors, for not making that so tight that we can't even close the hatch. This drone is capable of carrying a camera that would plug in right here, so you can have a small, cheap little camera on there as well, but I like the idea myself of flying a drone this size that's so affordable. Let's take a look and see what the transmitter looks like. And they didn't hold back on the transmitter. It matches. It looks good. It's a good size. It's not too big. It's not too small. Some guys really don't like those tiny transmitters, the ones that are like, you know, a quarter of this size. Yeah, this is a good full size. It just takes 4 AA batteries. We have nice buttons on here that feel good. This is non-altitude hold, so this is going to be a really good drone if you've never flown non-altitude hold before, but you kind of want to get a feel for throttle management. This is going to be a great drone for you to practice on. And like I said, I mean, just under $20. Just imagine putting, because this is capable of carrying a small camera, it's designed to be able to do that. You could actually mount a 5.8 gigahertz camera up here and fly around the front and backyard and practice FPV on a rig that is under 20 bucks. That's awesome. We have landing gear and a Phillips screwdriver in here with spare screws.
The landing gear would be good if you put a camera on it.
If you put a camera on the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't think you really need it.
And the prop guards. So just know that this is capable of carrying 4 prop guards, landing gear, and a camera. If you shave off the prop guards, you shave off the landing gear, and you put a little all-in-one 5.8 gigahertz unit on top, you've got yourself an extremely good budget little outdoor front yard, backyard flyer. And then here is our USB charge cable. So universal, non-proprietary. It gets giant thumbs up from me. Let's put it in the air and see how it flies, because if it flies well, this is going to be worth every penny of $20, let alone, I think we got it for $18. One nice thing about this drone is that it has an on-off switch, and I know that seems like a simple thing, but not all drones do, especially cheaper ones. So you can plug your battery in, get it all set up without having to worry about draining a bunch of battery and get the binding process wrong. And the binding process on this is drone on, then your transmitter, then you go throttle all the way up, throttle all the way down, and you're bound. You can give it a little touch of throttle to see if that worked. But
no altitude hold.
No altitude hold. So this is a good practice drone. Someone that wants to increase their skill and fly and get better at flying, but they don't want that crutch or the clutch. What is a crutch? A clutch for having okay, throttle at like 10% is actually throttle off. Got to get used to that. That's okay. All right, let's fly around and see how this thing handles. Right now, the only thing that's weird is cutting the throttle down.
Where'd you go?
Because not all the way down actually gives it 0 throttle. So I just got to get used to that feeling. Otherwise, it feels pretty good. We have a couple buttons that say speed. So I'll try those, but I want to do this one that says roll first. Nice little flip. Okay, so you just hit the top right shoulder button, pick a direction, and you do a flip. That cutting off of the throttle is me, so let's do that one time without doing that. Very nice little flip. I believe we're in the low straight, so I'm going to hit the other shoulder button on the right. 2 beeps, higher rates. Oh yeah, this is really nice for flying outside. Throttle management, I'm just playing around with my throttle here, getting a good feel for it. It's very good to practice that. If you've never flown a drone without having the altitude hold on there, you need to pick something like this up to get that practice. Okay, so one more. We have 2 rates, 1, 2, yep. So high and low, that's fine, simple. Cheap drone, so simple. Good that it has the options. Look at that. Highest rate is very quick, snappy, fun to fly. The drone sounds pretty good. TheRcSaylors has done a very good job with this. 1 beep for the lower rate. Okay, now we have one more that's labeled speed, so I want to hit that. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Look at the yaw. That's cool. It's doing that. I'm just hands-free right now.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
managing throttle, but look at that.
Nice. Cool.
Cool. And then when I give it any input, it stops spinning. I'm sorry. There's one more button that I just want to show you what it does, and then you can fly, Abby. Okay. Kind of hard to see, but we have a blue light on the front and green lights on the back. And if I hit, oh, he's got the paraglider up. So cool. If I hit the left trim, the lights go off.
Oh,
so
cool.
you can choose on or off. Abby, you're gonna like this drone. I'm gonna let you fly it.
Okay.
Okay, before you take off, Abby, let's get a shot of this. Josh is over here showing off. He has an RC paraglider.
So cool.
Yeah. Get a cool shot of that while we get your drone ready to fly. He's gonna come around and get a little closer. No, he's fine. He's doing good.
No, I thought he wasn't gonna come turn this way. I thought he was gonna turn the other way.
Awesome.
Right.
Okay, Abby is gonna fly our awesome little drone. The only thing you won't like about it, oops, I didn't get your flip, is when you go throttle down, you'll feel it cut out, and that takes a minute to get used to. You're trying to do crazy flips, aren't you? Oh, you almost did it. Don't get too high. Okay. Oh.
The timing just...
Yeah, I think you did like 1.5 and you were upside down. I think you're in the low rate too, so fighting the wind, just be aware. Now you're in the high rate. Listen, you can't even hear the drone over that paraglider.
The timing is hard.
Yeah, the flip has a bit of a delay on it, like a half a second. Okay, here's the paraglider, guys. Quick shot of that because it's close. And back to Abby. What do you think of the drone, Abby?
Oh, I like it. I love things that are just simple and easy to fly, low stress when flying. I mean, that's what I like. Just keep it simple.
That's the best part about it. A lot of people go out there and they buy a $1,000 Mavic as their first drone.
That may have been a manual flip.
That was awesome.
Wow.
And you know, there's nothing wrong with that, but I think most of us
I can't get the timing.
would prefer to drop.
There we go.
There, nice, good job, and you caught it too. Good job. That was good. Try the crazy yaw. That was fun. I think a lot of us prefer the stress-free flying. I don't know about you. I don't have all the money in the world, and when I'm flying my $1,000 Mavic, even though I traded for it, look at the crazy yaw. You just hit a button to do that. And then when you give it any input other than throttle, it comes back.
See that?
Yeah, when I'm flying my Mavic, it's kind of a stressful flight because it's $1,000. If anything would go wrong, that's not much fun. But you can fly this 50 times, 100 times, maybe hundreds of times. As long as you're careful on those motors and don't give it power when it's up against something, you could get hundreds of flights out of this for less than 20 bucks. I mean, that's amazing. We got ours for $18, but this is still worth, if it was about $25, I'd still say it's worth every penny of that.
And the only thing that's weird is like
Throttle
20% or so or lower is
cuts your throttle out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just cuts the motors off.
That's really interesting.
Strange. You know, I like stuff like this because, oh, I've lost you. We can bring it with us anywhere we go. I'm looking for you, there you are. And if a person wants to try to fly a drone, we can just say, here, take this up. It's only, you know, 20 bucks. You're not gonna hurt it. But if you do, no big deal. I've had a lot of fun with it, so I can always buy another.
Seems like it's getting kind of sluggish.
Sure, well, your battery's getting a little lower. And also know that this is a 300 milliamp LiPo that comes with it. You could, because it's capable of holding a little bit more weight, you could probably jump up to like a 500 milliamp battery, get a much longer flight time out of it, and it would be capable of carrying it because we're flying it now with a lot of weight shed off of it. The landing gear, there's no camera, and there's no prop guards. So put a slightly bigger battery on there and it'd be fully capable of carrying it. This is also a really lightweight drone, so a lot of you will know why I'm saying that, but it's very lightweight, and that's a very good thing in the hobby because people don't care about lightweight stuff.
I'm surprised the battery is still going.
Me too. I actually liked flying this. I kind of want to finish off the battery.
Here.
Awesome. Ready?
Right, you're in the shade.
Yeah, that's where you landed.
I guess so.
Okay, this is just a nice little flyer, guys. Good little drone. Really good little drone. I didn't know that going into it. At the beginning of the video, I thought, you know, this could be a dud. Happens all the time. We get these little budget guys. It's a hit and miss, and most of the time it's a miss, but this one is a nail smacked right on the head. Flies really well. Orientation is great. Those green props are very easy to tell.
Oh, yeah.
That's the front. You never lose your orientation with this, and if you're flying later in the day, you have lights on there too. Also, this is a really good flight time, like you were saying. This is a home run. Now, I could be super negative. I could sit here and say, well, it doesn't have a GPS. It doesn't have altitude hold. It doesn't come with a camera.
But are all those things $18?
No, they're not. No, they are not. And that is what's awesome about this. The price. I love finding something that is cheap, that works, and tell you guys about it. Look at the new Popeye.
Popeye?
Coda.
No, its name is Dakota.
Coda, get the bottle. Get the bottle. Get the bottle. Get it, buddy. Yeah, show the bottle.
Oh,
Come
geez.
here. Give me the bottle. Nice. Okay, that's JD's little guy. We're just having fun at the airfield. For less than $20, you just need to buy this. He wants to chase it. We need to charge it again and just have some fun. Come here. What are you doing, buddy? Yeah. Okay, we need one of those. Guys, do yourself a favor. Grab one of these. Just have some fun with it. For that price, you can't go wrong. We are just having a blast at the airfield today. Get in the hobby. If you know somebody that just plays video games all day long, buy them one of these. Do them a favor. Get away from the video games for a while, get outside, enjoy video games in real life. It's just a cheap, awesome drone. You should definitely pick one up. I am going to go play with this Husky. We'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video.
Bye!